In this first example, we are asked to multiply this one binomial with this one. This is a multiplication problem, so there is going to be some multiplying going on. But here I have two things in parentheses. Method 1 is using something that we already know. We actually don't need to do anything different than we already know in this. We've done all of this before. Someone raise your hand and tell me, please, if I have parentheses, what has that usually led me towards in the past? Ian? It is multiplication. And what have we used with parentheses that involved multiplication? Rosie? The distributive property. So method 1 is to distribute. And method 1, distributing, should be something that we are all familiar with. How we write it out is a little bit strange. Normally, we're used to doing this. I'm going to take 2x and distribute it to each piece. But there are two terms in here. I also distribute the 4, so I'll write those up here. So I'm going to distribute the 2x to the 3x, the 2x to the -7. Then I'm going to go back and distribute the 4 to the 3x and the 4 to the -7. So, these are all multiplication. Please follow along with the way that this goes. It does not matter which one you do first. That's a great question. The order will not matter. I'm just going to go left to right with this one first and then that one. So follow along, please. 2x times 3x. 2 times 3 will give me 6. And what do I do with the exponents when I'm multiplying? I add them. X to the first gives me x to the second. Now I'll do 2x times -7. 2 times -7 gives me -14. I brought an x over here, and there's nothing there to change it, so it's still an x. Now let's distribute the 4. 4 times 3 gives me a +12. But there's an x over here, and I didn't bring anything to change it, so it's still an x. And the very last piece. 4 times -7 is -28. That's all the work I need to do to multiply. Unfortunately, we are not done here. Something about this answer is incomplete. We did everything right. We made no mistakes. But there is one last thing I need to do. Please raise your hand if you see what is incomplete here. Christian. I'm not going to factor anything, because if I did that, I would actually bring myself back to the original problem. I would undo what I just did. Look at each individual term. There's something I need to take care of here. Brenna? I have like terms. I have x to the first power here. I have x to the first power here. So if we combine our like terms, 6x squared had nothing that matched, so I'll leave it alone. But here I have -14 plus 12 to give me -2x. And I still have the -28 at the end. This will be my final answer. Are there any questions about this problem and the process so far? Yes, Christian. Because there are two terms, I can't just pick one to distribute. I have to distribute both. If there was only one thing here, I would only distribute one of them. If there were 5 things here, I would distribute each of the 5.
Okay, and my second question is, do you always distribute the first component first?
It does not matter which one you do first. I could have done the 4's first and then the 2x's. I'd have all the same pieces, and I'd still put them together the same way. So the order will not matter.